All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only General Seti YouTube page, but Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Both the flagships of Black Power education is on the ocean of wisdom and knowledge, and I want you to sign up. I want you to become a member. We're going to start stacking up the treasure chest on General Seti starting tomorrow. We're going to stack it up. You're going to want access, I guarantee you. So I want you to get on over there, become a member so you can get access. You feel what I'm saying? Sarasun Seti, if you're on here right now, I'll wait till we get in there. I want you to subscribe. You feel me? I want you to subscribe. I want you to get a video a thumbs up right goddamn now. Put it on there. You feel what I'm saying? And the link is a link right down in the video description that'll give you an introduction video rundown on the memberships, what each one entails. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank top, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get on over there. Check out the catalog, tonics, t-shirts, necklaces, medallions. We got the earrings, finger rings, bracelets, cuffs for the kings. We got it all for you. Get on over there, check it out, and get you something nice. Shop and save, and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Each subject, over 40 subjects, locked and loaded with nothing but, you know what I'm saying, a full metal jacket, full clip, ready to bust. There's no weak link nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Everything fire. And so that's how we do. When you got a teacher like General Seti, over the course of years, that's all you got. You got a catalog. You can whatever you feel that you should have, you maybe should have went hard. All that gone. You got hundreds and hundreds of nothing but five, five, five. So it's no lose. It's no losing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I want you to get on over there, get access to the site, get access to all that information on all the subjects. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that can compete or compare. Become a member today. That's right. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. The popping his page on Patreon. Go live all the time. That's what you want. We went live. Went live tonight. We're going to be dealing deep with these rituals of the Catholic Church during this Saturnalia, Christmas holiday. So most definitely breaking that down so the family can get the material, go do extra research, and see if you can prove me wrong, which you will not be able to do. But I want you to get access to that information. Patreon, I'm doing another couple tonight. So most definitely you'll have access to 3-5 presentations by the morning, and I want you to become a patron so you can get access to that. All the family out there, donate to the general. I thank you. I appreciate you. Any of the family out there would like to donate, link in the chat. Click it, donate, link in the chat. Click it and donate. I thank you ahead of time. Appreciate you. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, is the Pope opening up a Stargate to usher in the apocalypse? Now, you got to understand, a lot of people, when you say that, they get lost in because they on the mundane level. You see, the ritual is only ceremonies, because the people love ceremonies. You see, they love ceremonies. Even when they get ready to war, they come out there and they beat their drum. They run the soldiers down the great corridors of the city, tanks and planes to show off. They love rituals. You see, the Nazis were very deep into the ritualisms of war and all of that. Himmler, Hitler, all of them was in. I believe Himmler was like the high priest of the Nazis, of the SS. He was the second in charge. He was the second in charge. And so we think that, that the ritualism is not the ritual itself. They got a means to bring it about. The ritual is only the ceremonies that they go through, to bring justification from whatever God that they're venerating, and so that they could, gain or accrue more power, from the gods. And so these are only ceremonies, but they enact them right there in front of your face. They enact them right there in front of your face. The Catholic Church is full of rituals. Full of rituals. All they do is rituals. Every goddamn day, every mass is a ritual where they go through this. You drinking the blood and and eating of the flesh of Christ. All the barbarism that you engage in. This is the body of Christ. This is the blood of Christ. Drink, nigga. Drink from the blood of Christ. So you're a vampire. You're a goddamn necromancer. Eating of the flesh of a crucified Christ. And so, the crucifixion itself is a ritual, a ritual of death that they go through. And, they say all the, the incantations and, why this is going, they be in there talking shit you can't even understand. And and you in there dumb as hell, motherfucker, talking about kill all these niggas and burn them alive, and and you don't know what he's saying. He in there putting a goddamn hex on your ass. You don't know. You don't care. You sit right on in there and during Christmas, and they in there singing and all this and invoking all these demonic entities and this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's what it is. And so now, what are we talking about? Now, if y'all want to see the visuals, I want you to go over to Patreon because we got that work. I'm gonna give you all the necessary so you can go over there. And, you can go do research. If any motherfucker out there can prove me wrong, God damn it, I throw down the gauntlet. And so the one thing that you ain't gonna hear, I see niggas out there eating on my shit. You still, but I mean, y'all been eating on it for the last 20 years. I see niggas out there that I guess they ain't got it. They need to come to the master and get work. I understand that. Yeah, I can understand, but I see you, and I just want to let you know. Nobody talking about this because they don't have the in-depth knowledge to talk about it. You see these doors that the Pope is opening up, not knowing that Janus is the god of doorways. You see that Janus, the god of January, is the god of doorways, is the god of portals, the god of passages, the god of hallways. And you got to think so you think on the mundane level, you see, so you're not going to understand that. You're not going to understanding that when you watch the movie Matrix, how they move through the passages of the mind and spirit, and doorways where they, and they call in and tell their people, get me out of here. And they go through it's a door that pop up and they jump through the door and go through a passage and come out another door. You see, then come out another door. This is Janus. This is the god of January, the god of beginnings and endings. So it's very significant at the end and the beginning of the year. This god is venerated and this is a Roman god, and that the Pope, who is the Pontifex Maximus, who is the highest priest of Rome, you see, that took over that office from the Caesars. They were the first Pontifex Maximus, and the chief deity of Rome. The two main deities was Janus and the god Saturn. The two chief deities. Saturn is supposedly had come from Greece. After being dethroned, he was Chronos in Greece. Chronology. But when he came to Rome, he became Saturn, and so Saturn don't necessarily. He don't have all the attributes of Chronos. He didn't eat his children or nothing like that. But he brought agriculture. He brought agriculture and civilization to the Latins. He brought civilization to them, and so they honor him in great veneration. And Janus was the first king of the Latins. He was the first king. And so because Janus took Saturn in, he bestowed him with the powers that he got. It was Saturn that gave Janus his powers, as a god of beginnings and endings and, and doorway and the keys. You see Janus with the key. Now, one of the titles, and I'm going to break this down for you, and you can write this shit down. I'm giving you lecture right now. One of his titles is Janus, Janus, Pater, Patr. Pater in the Latin is father, and Peter is only a rendition of Pater. That's why Peter is called the first holy father of the church. And you see him, and Jesus gave Peter or Pater the keys to heaven, the gates of heaven. So we see it right there that, this is what the Catholic Church do. They create these saints. They create these apostles, as a means to transition or veil. See, this is why you see him with the hoods on. You see Jesus with the hood on. He has a hood on his head a lot of time. You see Saturn with the hood on his head. You see the Pontifex Maximus with the hood. The hood is symbolic of a veil, of a shroud, that there's a mystery here. And so if you take it for faith, even old Santa Claus when you look at the earlier, and it don't matter if it's the hat with the white line and the red hat, that's the cap of the Pontifex Maximus, the chief bishop of Rome. And so if he was to keep the titles of the Caesars, what else did he keep? When you look in there and you go into and I'm giving you could go look it up yourself. I'm not going to give you everything all the time. When you go into St. Peter's Basilica, you will see supposedly is Peter sitting there. And a lot of times he has the ring above his head. That's Saturn. Then you over there around the corner, you see Moses with the horns on his head. You see, that's an archetype of the Roman god, where in Greece he was Pan. In Rome, he was Phanus. Which was a fawn, but it's still the horn deity. You see, it's still the horn god. So, Phanus is only an archetype of Pan. That's all he is. What they call him, Lupicus. And that's where you get, who's venerated during Lupercalia, today, Valentine's Day. You see, and so we see that also. What else did he carry over? And so now the thing is, and I want you to go look it up. We're talking about Janus. Now, Janus had this temple in Rome. It wasn't no great big temple. It was a small temple, but the significance of the temple, that when the doors of Janus was open, that symbolized that Rome was at war. Now we got to think and look it up. Now go look it up. Prove me wrong. And when the doors was closed, Rome was at peace. and that goddamn door it was damn near open. Damn near 99.9% that Rome existed. Them goddamn doors was open. They was closed for it was a short period of time, and they came right back open, and they was back at war. So they're just like the United States. They stay at war. Goddamn it, the United States been at war damn near 99.9% of the time that it been a nation, it been at war. You see, so them doors has been open. And so symbolically, when you understand that he is the Pontifex Maximus, that his office carry over from the ancient Roman traditions, that wasn't all that carried over. That wasn't all that carried over. When you look up into the Sistine Chapel, you see this old white man with a long beard. And when you look at Saturn, that's who he looked like. So Saturn is the chief deity. All the other deities are only archetypes, renditions of Saturn. Santa is Saturn. You see, when you're dealing with his manifestation as Kronos, and he eats the children. And see, a lot of people don't know that aspect of it. Krampus and Santa and Krampus is one and the same. One and the same, goddammit, that they twins. A lot of people don't know the story of that. That Krampus, the sinister goat god, is the twin of Santa Claus. God damn, that and he is the older brother. And that's a trip. He's the older brother. That Krampus, the veneration of the goat during this time of what you call the Yuletide or Christmas, that was the earliest renditions in the Nordic areas. It was the veneration of that goddamn goat that was symbolic of Thor. You see, symbolic of Thor, and symbolic of Thor Odin, the chief god of who also took, he would metamorphosize into the goat, and so that's Pan. That's Pan, that's Thor, and so on and so forth. So that's earlier than but Santa is a rendition of Saturn with the children. A lot of people don't know that during these times, these were not times that were really, were exciting to children. It was looked at as a time of gloom and dread during the European times, and because the characters that would come during that time, like Krampus, like Frau Percher, you see, that they call the disemboweler. All these wicked ass entities would come. That's the Kronos aspect. That's just snatching, eating up the children. That's the other witch from Iceland, Gryla. You see, you got Frau Percher, you got Gryla, you got Krampus, you got this other motherfucker, Bale Nickel. You see what I'm saying? And he's an old dirty ass, and they all come with a switch. You see, even the early Santa Claus, they come with the switch. You got the switch in their hand, whooping the children. I seen one where goddamn Santa Claus had tied the goddamn child around a tree. Goddamn, I say, damn, he snatched him up and whooping the shit out. I say, God damn. See, people don't look at that. So that's the earlier way. It's closer to the ideals of the early Europeans. And only with Santa Claus did, because, the American, they was about that dollar. You know what I'm saying? They was about the dollar. They knew they couldn't sell that to the children, to pop off no really heavy holiday. Before the United States, Christmas was more of an adult holiday. It was it was like Mardi Gras. That's why the Puritans banned Christmas, because it was like it was carnival. Mass, they wore the mask, just like New Year's, all the holidays was based on carnival, where they wore masks, they drunk, they came out wilding and doing all type of perverted shit in the street. And so they banned it. Only in America, where they cleaned it up, and because they want to be able to market this, and they understand, and only in America where they really focus on the children. Now, and they got rid of all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Or the demons and shit that come during the winter time and take the children. And a lot of that was based on the fact that they lived up in them cold areas. And because, you know, that cold was killing motherfuckers. You know, the cold, that's why this is where they get the stories of the eternal flame. Just like in Greece, you got the eternal flame. In Asgard, the Nordic god, they got this eternal flame. They got to keep that fire going. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't have no goddamn fire go out at nights. They had to have the eternal flame going. Because goddamn it, if it got too, even with the flame going, it would get so goddamn cold in certain areas, and the weakest and the oldest are normally those that go first. You know what I'm saying? And so in that cold, a lot of the children were succumbing. That's just all it is. And so these demons were looked at as ones that would come and take the children. And so that's a mystery that when you pull back the veil, you will see the reason why, you know, these demons came during this time, because it was so goddamn cold. And the children that, you know, in those areas, a lot of them were succumbing to that damn cold. And so these demons was created, you know, to, you know, in a cryptic way, you know, to explain that these demons was coming during this time, taking up the children and things of that nature. And so, yeah, and so when we look at these doors being opened up, holy doors, and they bricked up, and, you know, just like the 4 doors of, you go to what you go to is the Arch of Janus. It's the only arch in Rome that got 4 doors. You see, it's different from the temple. The temple had, you know, just the regular 2 doors. So, but them 4 doors is symbolic of Janus. They are still performing ancient Roman rituals, and the opening of them doors is the same as the opening of the door of Janus. And how crazy is it that this Pope talked about Ukraine and Gaza during this time, and that Biden, who is a staunch Catholic, that's what he is, that he's given the Ukrainians the goal to shoot off intercontinental ballistic missiles in Russia. Then you got these goddamn drones flying around. The people are in terror. And here this motherfucker over here opening up some goddamn doors that don't nobody know where the fuck they lead. Portals and shit. They perform the rituals and they enact them in real time by doing the things that Biden is a staunch Catholic. That motherfucker prayed at a Jesuit church in Washington, D.C. And we know that that the Jesuits is a military arm of the Catholic Church. They are military arm, a military order to protect the Catholic Church. And that goddamn Pope Francis is the first Jesuit Pope to ever be Pope. They're the first Jesuit to ever be Pope. Now, how is it that, you know, this military arm has taken, and he always talking about goddamn peace? See, they say even the Antichrist, they say he gonna come with peace. He gonna come saying peace, peace, and goddamn it, is gonna be the vicar of nothing but war and bloodshed. Y'all better wake up. Go do the research and get back with me. Anybody out there can prove me wrong, goddamn it, please. I beg of you. I beg of you to do that. You know what I'm saying? To the family out there that's on the live stream right now, if you're on General SETI, I want you to stop right now and I want you to subscribe. I want you to subscribe, and I want you to hit that damn like button, like it because you love it. If you're on Janus SETI, I want you to stop right now. If you have not hit subscribe now. Like the video because you love it, and you share it with your family and friends. They need this information. They need this information, and I ain't going nowhere. Hit up some of them links in the chat. Support the general, because we going where no minds is going. No minds is going where I'm going. I'm very for sure of that. I'm very for sure of that no minds is going where I'm going. That's for real. All right, family. Where we out there? That's right. That's right. Here we go, family. I'll be right black. Don't you go nowhere. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.